Hello. The the one thing that I always wanted to happen in this conversation that we are having since I started to upload videos on management, leadership, or sometimes about sports, about the legal profession, or about automation, Lean Six Sigma, is that I don't want actually to waste your time teaching or conversing about matters that you will readily forget. As we experience attending trainings, workshop, etc., the moment that we go out of the room of the workshop, we normally forget probably 90 to even 99% of what was discussed, right? And I don't want to waste your time. And as much as I can, I'd like to discuss things in their simplest format, right? So I've discussed AI, Lean Six Sigma, and various other subject matters like gross domestic products, etc. Because again, the purpose of this conversation is for the ordinary people who would be watching this to be able to be aware that even if the subject matter is complicated, what's important is people start discussing this subject matter. Like for example, AI, while it is obviously technical in nature, we need to start the common people to start discussing this matter because again, the future is already here and we cannot help but adapt to what technology is bringing to us right now. So, going back to the topic right now is the Kano model. This is not a workshop. This is just a conversation. And I mentioned on the title that with knowledge of the Kano model, we will be able, in a BPO setting, at least, able to reduce operational cost and improve at the same time customer satisfaction. So the Kano model, just by definition, is I would say it's an approach to know your customer, to know what satisfies them, to know what dissatisfies them, and definitely to add value by giving them something that would delight them. And sometimes these things that we give them over a period of time become a must-have. For example, the time when we only have analog phones, right? And then suddenly, we experienced that we are now capable of texting, sending messages to our friends, etc. That used to delight us, but over a period of time, it became a norm. So if I tell you I would sell a mobile phone to you, wherein you can text, you'll probably just laugh at at my sales pitch, right? Because it's already a given. So so right now, for us to be able to really reduce operational cost, it is really important, number one, to know our customer, right? Because if we do not know our customer, we are operating in the dark. And then secondly, it is really very important after we know our customers, after we learned what they really wanted from us, from our product or services, then we need to create what I call a cost-benefit model. To put it simply, let's say if I were an owner of a restaurant And based on my investigation, research, survey, the customer wanted that their food to be served to them 15 minutes after they ordered. That definitely would be not that costly, because all we need to do is to simplify our process and to be more efficient so that we can serve the food within 15 minutes, right? And sometimes, even up to this point, uh, if a customer would get their food in a very timely manner, then sometimes that even delights them, because sometimes the norm right now is that food is always delayed. The waiters are not looking at them when they did something, right? So sometimes even doing the basic things would delight them, because again, again, I'm sorry, we have yet to perfect the system. So we focus now first on our performance, because I'll be a little bit technical here, because performance, as we improve our performance, customer satisfaction already also improves. So that's one thing that we can take a look. It is not costly, it's just about doing the right things. So let's focus on that at this time. We have our metrics, we monitor them, we look at our performance. And then as we learn more about our customer, let's look at the little things that may delight them without additional cost on our part, right? Like what some other restaurants or coffee shops are doing when they call people's name and give their order. Sometimes it gives them uh, a satisfaction within them, a feeling that they're part of the community. So by merely doing that approach, it actually delights them, because you are a cut above the rest. Again, I want to open this curiosity. This is not a workshop on the Canon model. If you Google about this, you'll probably be bombarded by a lot of charts, a lot of technical stuff, etc., which I'm sure you will readily forget. So, what I'm trying to establish here is a culture of curiosity. And feel free to disagree with me, because that's a healthy part of the process. So, I hope this will trigger further research on your part, right? Especially those who are rising stars in the BPO industry. So, look at the Canon model and see what it can do for your process. All right.